The conversation goes like this. The Canucks have 7 key unrestricted free agents on the books currently. At least the 7 key ones as identified by the Halford Brough show. Blueger, Joshua, Lafferty, Myers, Zadorov, Cole, and DeSmith. The exercise now, and it's completely arbitrary, this number, but that's how we roll here at the Halford Brough show. If you could only sign 2 of the Canucks unrestricted free agents, who would you sign? We're not making it easy. Give you bring them all back. Get the band back together. Mm-hmm. You got to make choices. And it's not to be negative and not to look ahead at a dire situation where you can't afford them all. It's to reward the 2 best or the 2 most valuable or the 2 you think should be kept.
So I went with Blueger and Joshua.
Okay.
Just because I think those 2 have actually made the biggest impact on the team. And if you keep Blueger and you keep Joshua, you're able to keep that line together because you also have Garland under contract.
That very important third line.
But I recognize that would leave the blue line really short.
Okay, so a couple things here. I like your choices of Blueger and Joshua because it makes sense.
But then what do you do with the blue line?
Well, I'll get to
half a blue line.
I'll get to it in a sec. The other thing you got to consider too is that of all these guys, Joshua is the youngest, and he's probably got the most. I don't want to say left because all these guys are going to play for a while, but you've got to think that of all these guys in this group, Joshua's the one that's probably got the most ahead of him.
There's no love for Lafferty in the inbox.
Yeah,
no love for Sam Lafferty.
I know, which is upsetting because he's been a good foot soldier for the team. Mm-hmm. I think there's an understanding that you could probably get another Sam Lafferty somewhere.
Joshua is playing so well, and it's not just I know a lot of people are like, look how many goals he scored, and this line at 5-on-5 has been good. Absolutely. He's also been, I think, their best penalty killing forward.
Yeah, Joshua might price himself out.
He could easily go to market and say, I want $9 million over 3 years.
I'm a 27-year-old power forward who's just scratching the surface of what I might be able to do in this league.
Well, I don't even think he'd say that. I'm already worth that.
Yeah, that's true.
The
consistency will be the thing.
I've
right?
done
Can
this.
Can you do this consistently?
And I'm also a good penalty killer.
Yeah. Now, my answer to the question, although I liked your Blueger and Joshua, was Zadorov and Cole.
Mm-hmm. Cole? Really?
I took a look at the unrestricted free agents that are going to be available on defense this upcoming summer.
Yeah.
So if you're going to get 2 lefties out and you have to bring 2 lefties in, it's thin. Now, you can't go high end. You're not going to get the big fish, quote unquote, right? You're going to be looking at depth guys, right?
Chickner might be available, but you're giving up something for him.
Yeah, you're not. I mean, we're talking about UFAs, and in this mold, more of depth guys, right?
Sure.
Like maybe a 4th, 5th, 6th defenseman. You're starting to look at names like Brendan Dillon, Matt Grzelcyk.
Yeah.
You know who's there? Oliver Ekman-Larsson. But look, Cole maybe not so much. I was almost afraid of putting Zadorov in this conversation because I wasn't sure what the public feedback would be like. They'd be like, you idiot. Here's the thing.
No, I think a lot of people love Zadorov.
I love Zadorov.
The idea of Zadorov, but he's of all the guys on this list, he's going to drive the hardest bargain.
But can I be dead honest? Part of the reason that I love Zadorov is because he's so entertaining.
Right.
I think watching
he can be an adventure.
I think watching Zadorov might actually be more valuable than his actual on ice value. Because some of the stuff he does is crazy, and I love it. Like when he's
going coast to coast. Nope.
But when he goes coast to coast, he's so big, everyone has to just be like, okay, let's just see what happens. I want to see how this turns out.
Let him cook, see what he does.
Yeah, it's like a choose your own adventure.
Turned it over.
Oh, God, here we go.